Just back from a winter break in Spain. It's probably only fitting that on my return, Drapers has a gun from Gamo for me to review. It's the Gamo GX40 PCP. Hello and welcome to AAR on Air. Yes, it's Gamo time. And maybe this PCP is the beat Brexit version because it's made in the UK. So no hard borders, international driving permits, green cards, visa waivers, quarantine or permissions and agreement required from 27 states to have to get round for you to own one. But who knows, by the time this gets aired, it could all be a bad dream or a distant memory. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. What about this slinky little black number from Gamo, or maybe BSA? Should we be proud to have made in the UK on it, or deny all knowledge? I had a Gamo Coyote, and when I first saw this, I had a déjà vu feeling. But this, whilst looking similar, is smaller, more compact, lighter, and yet still has the same feel about it. And I really liked the Coyote and quite rated it. Let's start with the price first. This is £379 UK, and for a PCP, it's not a lot of money in my opinion. Yes, you could argue the fact that you will need a pump or a tank, but there is still a lot of advantages from a PCP. And at this price, you could still have enough left over for a reasonable air setup. This is all black and has an all plastic or polymer stock. It's not soft touch like a Viroc or an FX, but this is about half or a third of the price. It's ambidextrous and of a thumb hole design, and no real ability to use as a thumbs up shooting position. It is covered with stippled sections for better grip on the grip and forestock. Being a one-piece moulding means the trigger guard is also plastic, along with the trigger itself, which is surprisingly comfortable and has a really nice pull weight of only 2.5 pounds. The safety is in front of the trigger, as is often the case with the Gamo rifles, but it does work and not only locks the trigger, but gets in the way to remind you it's there. Simply push it forward to fire. The buttstock looks like it should be adjustable, but there are no obvious points to do this and no tools supplied in the box to remove the butt pad, if indeed it is needed to be done through there. And after looking through the supplied manual, there was no reference to any adjustment, but the manual shows a Gamo Coyote as its main picture. Perhaps that's hence the feeling of déjà vu, maybe. It also shows a warranty card addressed to BSA, so no surprise there either. But continuing with the walk around, it has a nice, clear air gauge on the front. Never a good place to put one, if you ask my opinion, forcing the user to look down the business end of a rifle. That said, it is pretty accurate and does a good job. Whilst we're up front, it's worth noting it doesn't come with a silencer, so you're going to need to budget for one, if you feel the need for one. By the way, this does have quite a bar without one. So if you don't want to upset the neighbours, or you want the chance to take a second shot if you're out hunting, you're going to need one. This is a 10 round magazine, which again is a pretty standard item on Gamos and BSAs. I've used them a lot and never had a problem, unless I'm trying to cram in too quickly, having not seated the pellet correctly. But to be fair, that's my fault. not the magazines. It does also count down when you're using it and shows a white dot when you've loaded your last round into the barrel. This is a traditional bolt action and is very smooth and definite, not sloppy or vague. So what about power then? Well, out with the chrono. This is the 177 caliber version, and using 7.33 grain JSBs to start with saw a maximum of 820 feet per second, which is 10.95 foot-pounds or 14.84 joules, which is slightly low but still very usable. What about 8.44 grain then? Well, they saw a maximum of 764 feet per second, which is 10.94 foot-pounds or 14.83 joules. You can't say that this isn't consistent. In fact, it also only had a spread of about 7 feet per second, so yes, it is pretty consistent. What about accuracy then? Out at 40 metres on a very windy day. You know what, I was happy with that, and I was also happy with the feel of this gun. It's light, comfortable, and very easy to use. So, in conclusion, is it any good? Yes, I think it is more than just good. I like it. I like the feel, which would be very serviceable out in the field with this moulded stock. And it's grippy with or without gloves. It's more than accurate enough. And it was also accurate enough to achieve the beer bottle challenge. I realise you're going to add things to the shopping list if you're new to PCPs, such as a silencer, a pump and a scope, but this is still classed as a budget rifle, and I think the quality of this is superb for the money. If you're already a PCP shooter and just want a rifle that you don't want to have to worry about if it gets knocked about, then this could be just what you're looking for. It's shorter too. Not bullpup short, but short for a rifle at 96 centimetres and not too heavy at exactly 3 kilograms unscoped. And of course, being a bit of a patriotic soul, it's nice when something like this has made in the UK on the side, not thought of or assembled in the UK from parts from the Far East or somewhere. Yes, I know it's a Spanish company that bought out BSA, but it's about as good as we get these days. And it's a great little gun. It's worth taking a look at. Thanks for watching.